So James, it's FC Edinburgh on Saturday. How's the working week been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's always great after a victory. You come in and the boys were in good spirit. They've trained really hard and we're looking forward to it's going to be a tough game. We played them earlier in the season and for me it was our best performance that afternoon, and we're going to need a performance like that again because they're a good side and they've shown that. Like they're an exciting team. They score loads of goals and they'll be coming here to win. I know that sounds a bit daft, but at times teams come here to frustrate and sit in, and that they are still trying to win, but they're staying in the game for as long as they can, and then they're trying to hit us on a counter or a set play. But I believe with FC Edinburgh they'll come and do what Airdrie done and what Falkirk done and come and have a go at us, which I believe will suit us.
Since that 3-0 win for ourselves, FC Edinburgh have improved, they've adapted to the league, so it's a different kind of challenge this weekend.
Yeah, no, look, I still think they were a good team back then, and on that day they just caught us they caught us when we were really effective. Everything we done that day, you talk about game plans and stuff, but everything that we had asked the players to do that day, they done it, and they lost a man, of course they did as well, so that is a factor in the game. But that day was, you get days like that when things click, and that happened that day, and I believe we would have done that to anyone that day. But I know Mark Kerr really well for his time. I know he's assistant, but from his time at Ayr United, and he had exciting teams that played good football. I played with Alan Maybury, so I know how Alan would like to play football, and I knew they would be a decent team. They've got a decent setup, and they're going to come here to try and win the game here and put down a marker on us, because they'll still be hurting from that game at Meadowbank against us, and they'll see it as a chance to come and put that right. But again, we've just got to focus on ourselves and keep the performance levels high and get a positive result for our own cause.
A player who missed out last weekend who had a big influence against FC Edinburgh was Lewis McCann. Is he back this weekend?
Hopefully, yeah. He done a bit of training today. He's been working most of the week with the physio, and that's a bit precautionary at times, and because we want him back, because over the last couple of weeks I believe he's been really effective, and he's looking more like he was at the start of the season. He's very dynamic, he's quick, and he was, you're right, he was excellent in Meadowbank that day, and we want him on the pitch, we want him in the squad, because he's really good at what he does, and he's a very good player. So we'll assess him later on today. We'll see if there's any reaction to training this morning, and then we'll make a call.
Sticking to injury news, Paul Allen also had a big influence against FC Edinburgh last time out. How's he and his rehab coming along?
Yeah, Paul's, again, it's slow, it's week to week, and we don't want to push him too much. But we do want to push him, if that makes sense, because we want him back. He's a fantastic footballer, but he's out the boot, and week by week we'll step up his rehab, and until we might see him on the grass doing a wee bit, just jogging, maybe tomorrow or maybe the start of next week. We'll get him on the grass and see how the foot reacts to that.
And just finally, in terms of the crowd coming to the game tomorrow, you'll be hoping to have them here in big numbers again and get right behind the boys as they always do?
Yeah, whether it's a number like Falkirk or a number like Peterhead, like when they come they seem to make the same amount of noise, and the one thing that they've been consistent with is their support for the players, and I know that helps the players, and the players appreciate that. And look, I said it from day one, it's a great place to play football. But we want to make it a hard place to play football, and by doing that we need to be a good team, and we need to work really hard, and we need to give the crowd something to get behind us, and I believe we've been doing that. So they'll come out tomorrow, and if we do the right things then they'll get right behind us, and that'll make it harder for FC Edinburgh if we can do that.